Om Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunattu Sahaviryam Karavavagai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Essay starts in the morning with a prayer. So this is our culture. We start the day with the prayer. Now what do you mean by the prayer? There is a prarthana. That means we are able to invoke the divine quality within us. In other words, we are able to invoke in the early morning about the positive feeling. That is one. Now let me also explain to you. For example, suppose if you want to pump up the water to the water tank, you have to pump the pure water, so that whenever you are able to open the tap, that means you will get only pure water. Similarly here, this particular prayer, you are trying to put lot of positive feelings in the early morning, so that you will be able to continue throughout the day. There is one thing called a prayer. That is a prayer is an act. Prayer, the prarthana, is an act. But prayerfulness is an attitude. Now you are starting in the early morning as an act, the prayer. But you have to continue the entire day with the prayerfulness. That is an attitude. Whatever I told you, that means you are pumping the water to the water tank so that you can use the entire day. So that is the purpose of this particular prarthana. See, when you say prarthana, see, you can always you can ask for a lot of questions, lot of the things that you want. So this is what you call the prarthana. Now today we are going to talk to you about a summary of all the slokas. That is about 3 Bhagavad Gita slokas and 4 Shanti mantras. So I am going to make it very simple, because I already explained to in the different classes, which I am going to give the class number also. Okay, that is one. I hope you understood the difference between the prayer and the prayerfulness. Prayer is an act. You are doing it only in the morning, or whatever the time you are choosing. In our case, we are starting the day with the prayer. Okay, that is an act. It is for a particular time. When I say prayerfulness, that means it's an attitude. That means it is 24 hours with the same attitude. Okay, this is what we call the prayer, the prarthana. Then why pray? See, now I am a doer of an action. I am also the experiencer of the result of the action. Listen, think. See, I am a doer. I am also the experiencer of the result of the action. Between the action as a doer and the experiencing, there is a lot of gap. I may get it, I may not get it. Okay, I may get it in a different way. Although I have a kind of prayer, So I may not get, or I may get, or I may not get it in a different way. So that means I have to accept this particular one, saying that I have got only capacity to pray, but I may not be able to get whatever I want. But I will keep on continuing the praying continuously. So that is the purpose of this particular one. Okay, now let us start with all these 7 slokas. So we'll start with the first one, Buddhi to Jahadi hai. So before that, so I want to explain to you about, I have already explained to you about what is the Karma Yoga. Refer to the class 23. So you have to refer to the class number 23 to understand the complete meaning about the Karma Yoga. So in essence, I would like to make it as Karma Yoga is something like the right action with the right attitude. Right action with a healthy attitude. See, this is the Karma Yoga. And I also explained about the right prescription. What do you mean by right prescription? That means or for reduce the adharmic activities. I for increasing the dharmic activities. And dedicate all the results or dedicate all the things to the Lord. Whatever I am offering, whatever the action I am doing, I am dedicating everything to the Lord. Then, E for I am experiencing the results. That is, I take it as a prasada. Okay, this is called a right prescription. If you want to know more about it, you please go to that particular class 23. Okay, this is about the Karma Yoga. Now let us listen first to our sloka.
Buddhi yukto jahati ubhe sukruta dushkrute tasmad yogaya yujyasva yoga karmasu kaushalam.
Good. Having listened this particular sloka, now I have already explained about this particular sloka in class number 24, and you can have more details for that particular one. This is only a summary. Okay, when you say Buddhi to Jahadiga Ube Sukriti Dushkriti Tasmat Yoga Yujyasva Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. See, this is from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2nd and sloka 50. Okay. Now, when you say Buddhi Yukta, even for a Karma Yoga, there is one word called Bhukti Yukta. There is one more word called the Buddhi Yoga. Now, in this particular case, when you say Buddhi Yukta, a Karma Yogi, I already explained to you about a Karma Yogi. A Karma Yogi contributes a lot and consumes less. So that is the definition of the Karma Yogi. That means in this particular sloka, that means a Karma Yogi get rid of the Punyam and Papam. That means here itself. That means a Karma Yogi, he does it, the job, right? And every action produce the Papa and the Punya. Now a Karma Yogi, there is a Bhukti Yukta, that means he get rid of both the Punyam and Papam in this particular place itself. Therefore, Tasmat, so you have to prepare and you have to commit for this Karma Yoga. Why? Because the Karma Yoga, that means gives the skill in the work. See, that means this is what we call, kaushalam is a skill in all activities. That is in our works. So this is a karma yoga. Now let me explain to you properly. Buddhiyukto jahadiga ube sukriti dushkriti tasmad yogaya yujyasva yoga karmasu kaushalam. That means what is a yoga? That means the skill in action is karma yoga. So this is what we say in our particular quality policy, saying that quality in all activities. Okay, that means a karma yogi get rid of the both punyam and papam because of the result of the work. Therefore, so prepare for the karma yoga or commit for the karma yoga. Why? The discretion in work is action. So the next sloka. So let us listen.
यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवेतरो जनः स यत्प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते.
Good. Now, in the last class, last sloka, okay, that means we say that quality in all activities. Now, in this particular sloka, you already listen. Yetyada charasi shreshtaha tattade vedaro janaha sayat pramanam kurude lokas tadanu vartade. So, this is the sloka. So, in the Bhagavad Gita, the chapter 3rd, sloka is 21. Okay. Now, what is the essence of this particular sloka? See, it talks about the leadership in action. That means a leader must be able to set the standards, the SOP. So, he must be a kind of a role model. That means he must lead from the front. Okay, so this is the essence of this particular sloka. So if you want to listen more about this particular one, just go to the class number 25. Okay, that means every other person, he performs such action, whatever or whoever or whichever the superior person performs. Okay, when we say lokaha in this particular context is this life, the other people follow in this life. Why? Because of the leadership. In other words, the essence of this particular sloka is saying that whatever the leader is set the standards, the others will be followed. So what is the message we are giving? This is a powerful sloka. That means the leader who is going to really lead by the example. That means all the other people will follow whatever the leader is able to set the standards. So that is the purpose of this particular sloka. So the earlier sloka, that means skill in action, is the motto or the message. Now is the leader must set up the standards. This is what exactly we have to understand this particular sloka. See, having listened to the first sloka, Buddhiyukto jahadiga, that means quality in all activities. And next sloka is the Yatyata Saradi Shrestha, that the leadership or the leader set the standards. Now the next sloka is the Karmani Vadikaraste. So let us listen.
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूः मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि.
It's good. Now you know the essence of this particular sloka. That means we have the free will or the choice over the action alone. Okay, but not on the results. So that means you can do whatever that you want. You have got a choice, but you don't have the power to expect the result. Why? There are so many other factors or invisible factors which is hidden in the activities but in the doing and experiencing. So that is the purpose of this particular sloka. That means I have the free will to act, but I don't have any kind of expectations to get the result. Then why should I act? It's a good question. But that's why Krishna tells, that means you may get it, you may not get it. But if you don't get it, that means you should not go into the inaction. See, this is the powerful message of this particular one. Because when I am acting, see, I may get it. Depends upon the papa and punya. So between the doing and getting the results, there is a lot of invisible factors. So that means I have the free will to act, but I cannot expect. Just because I am not able to get the results, that means I should not go into inaction. See, this is the purpose of this sloka. The message is very clear. You have a choice for the action alone. You have a choice over action alone, but not on the results. Just because you don't have get the desired results, that means you should not go into the kind of inaction. Okay, this is the message of this particular sloka. See, this is a Shanti Pada. That means you are trying to fill your mind with thoughts of peace, courage, health, hope and prayer. That is about particular one. See, when you keep on chanting this particular with the meaning, if you are able to keep on trying with a conscious mind, and if you are able to do it to get into the subconscious, see, that means your action will be the same thing. That means whatever the water I am pumping to the water tank, if it is a pure water, so I will have the same pure water I will get in the tap. If it is a dirty water, so I will get only the dirty water in the tap. Similarly here, this particular purpose of this particular slokas, that means I will keep on trying to having a kind of a auto suggestion. Yes, I will have this kind of this, I give this is a prarthana. Okay, when you say, let us listen to this particular sloka.
सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Good. I think you have listened. When he says Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu, so let us try to understand the meaning. When he says Sarvesham, in all places, in all everything is also Sarvesham, that is everything. Swasti Bhavatu, that means the health, the well-being. Bhavatu, that means let us have it. Maybe there. See, this is a prarthana. You are only requesting. You are invoking. That means you have a lot of, the kind of a divine feeling within you, so that you will be able to get the kind of the whatever that you are invoking. That means Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu. Let there be health and well-being. Let it be there. The next is Sarvesham Shanti Bhavatu. What do you mean by Shanti? That means peace, the harmony. Sarvesham, in everything, in all activities. So let me have a kind of a peace and harmony. The next is Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. So Purnam is a beautiful word. So in all the places we say Sarvesham. That means in all activities, in all everything. Okay. So let me have the kind of the health. I am only just telling myself, auto-suggestion. I am getting a kind of a divine, the invocation. What is that? Sarvesham Swasti. That means the health and the kind being. I want it. So I am only having a kind of a prayer. So it is not only prayer. You must have a kind of a prayerfulness. Okay. Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu. Okay. Sarvesham Shanti Bhavatu. So let me have a peace and also a kind of the harmony. Then Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. That means let me be fulfilled. That means let me have a kind of a fulfillment in whatever I am doing. A kind of a perfection. A perfection of kind of a completeness. When you say Purnam, that means, for example, look at the kind of the ocean. See, if there is more water or if there is no water, it is the same. Similarly here, when you say Purnam, see, I am always, whether I am getting or not getting, I am always full. There is no question of, the unhappiness. I am always happy. There's a Purnam means, that means I am full. That means, yes, I got the purpose of where I was born. So I already achieved. This is what you call the Purnam. The next one is Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. So what do you mean by Mangalam? Whatever I am doing, let there be a kind of a success. Whatever I am doing. And let it be a kind of a auspiciousness. So when you say Mangalam, it's more of a auspiciousness and a lot of prosperity. Now what is the message you are getting on this particular one? See, that means you are only making a auto-suggestion to yourself in a conscious way so that over a period of time, it will get into a subconscious. Okay? And we are not asking for only one person. We are asking for everybody. Okay? That is a beautiful purpose of the sloka. Sarvesham is not only for me, it is for us. Okay? That means I will just sum up with this whole thing. I am giving a lot of positive strokes in a conscious way over a period of time so that I will be able to get into a subconscious, and whatever I am doing, it will be absolutely spontaneous. What is that? May there be a happiness in all. May there be peace in all, or the harmony. May there be completeness in all. And maybe there auspicious in all. Then always, Om Shanti, 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 we normally say, which I have explained to you in the first class. You please refer to this particular one. Okay. This is one more Shanti Pata. That means, Sarve Bhavantu Sikhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. See now, this is what I am doing it in all the classes at the end. Okay. See now, let us listen to this particular sloka.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
It's good. Having listened, and you must be listening to me in all the classes at the end. And I also explained this particular sloka in the first class. Okay, I just want to give the summary of this particular one. See, when you say Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, what do you mean by Sukhinaha? Is the happiness. Niramayaha, free from the disease. Okay, and also the Pashyantu, that means you are able to enjoy. Okay, nobody should be suffer from the kind of a sorrow. So what a beautiful, sloka, isn't it? So I am not asking for myself. Okay, I am asking for the entire world. So that is what I am doing in all the classes at the end. It is my prayer. It is a kind of a prayerfulness in me, so that everybody must be very happy. And if you want to get more details about this particular sloka, I suggest that you go to the first class where I have completely explained. So I just want to give you kind of a summary. That is, let all of us be happy. Let all of us be free from the disease. Let us always have the kind of a prosperity. And also, no one should experience the sorrow. Okay. So, the purpose again, I am only reinforcing, saying that I am only just pumping my water to my overhead tank so that this prayer will become like a prayerfulness. That means an act will become a kind of an attitude. So what is the end of this particular one? That means may all of us be happy. May all be free from disease. May all enjoy prosperity. May none experience sorrow. Let there be peace, peace, peace. Now what are you asking? You are asking for the Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Okay. Now this is the beauty of our culture. That means I am not asking only for myself. Right? I am asking for all. So that means I need a kind of a happiness and harmony. I must be free from the disease, not for me, for all the people. So let us all enjoy the prosperity, and none must experience the sorrow. Okay, good. So the next sloka. So let us listen.
Sahana bhavatu Sahano bhunaktu Sahaviryam karavavai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavai. Shanti Shanti Shanti.
I think all of you must be very, 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 very familiar about this particular sloka. Why? Because I start my classes with the same sloka. Om Sahana Avatu. Okay. Now if you are able to understand this particular one, that means you will get a tremendous amount of the energy. Okay, so the purpose of this particular, why I am starting the sloka in the beginning of the session, that means I need a kind of the energy, a kind of the love, so that I'll be able to do whatever I want to do it also. That means I am only invoking the God. May He protect us. What do you mean by us? That means the teacher and the student. When I say the Saha, it's a beautiful word. Saha means together. See, what is the purpose between you and me? That means I am sharing my knowledge and you are receiving the knowledge. Okay, unless otherwise, both of us are committed. Okay, that means the transaction will not happen. Okay, then if there is no transaction, that means there will be no transformation also. That means may He protect us together. Okay, Bhavanto means that means the nourishes. Whatever that I am learning, I must be able to really understand, reflect, assimilate. Okay, then Saha Viryam Karavavahi. So let us put our 100% effort. In my case, that I am trying to do 100% by teaching you, and you must also put your 100% effort in listening. That means, unless otherwise, we are able to have this kind of attitude. That means, I am sharing and you must receiving. Then, if you want to be very effective, that means both of us must be committed. That means, Saha Viryam Karavavahi. And the last one is saying that, okay, Mavid Vishavahi. When I say Mavid Vishavahi, so let us love each other. As a teacher, as a student. So let us not distance each other. Let us not do it. That means, unless otherwise, the element of love. Suppose as far as the teacher is concerned, so I must be very compassionate and also must be very love. I got a lot of love and compassion. Because why? I want to just love to teach you. Similarly here, so you must also have the same, the kind of the commitment to learn. And you must have a lot of respect for the Guru. So unless otherwise you have both, that means it will be only a transaction, not a transformation. But what you are looking for this particular sloka, that means yes, we need a kind of a transformation. So this I already explained to you in the first class. So I would like you to go ahead on this particular one. Okay, that means as a student, you must be committed to learn. As a teacher, I must be committed to teach you with a lot of compassion and care. Okay, and we must also try to make sure that we are able to have a kind of a harmonious relationship. So that is the meaning of this particular one. And if you want to have more details, kindly go through the first class, which I have already explained. Okay, this is the last sloka, which is brilliant. It is from the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So I can the number. See now, all these slokas, what I have been explaining to you, that means fill your minds with thoughts of peace, courage, health, hope, and everything also. What is that I am doing? I am trying to have a kind of auto suggestion, saying that I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. Isn't it? It is a prayer. Now, from the prayer, so I have to convert it into the prayerfulness. That means an attitude. That means 24 hours. Okay. So that means what is the meaning of this particular sloka? So let us listen.
Asato ma sadgamaya तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
So good. Now, asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityoma amritam gamaya. Let me explain the word to word. What do you mean by asat? When I say asat, that means unreal. That like untruth. So what do you mean by asat? The unreal. That means all of us have a dream. Okay, is it real or unreal? When you wake up, that means you feel it is unreal. So whatever that you are getting, in the dream, suppose you got a kind of a lottery about 1 crore. Okay, and when you wake up, so can you cash this 1 crore? That means unreal, like a dream. When you say that asat means there is an unreal, it's untruth. So I am only praying to the God or the Lord. That means lead me from the asat, the unreal, to the real. So what do you mean by that? That means whatever that I am having now, okay, now whatever I am experiencing, that means it may be real or unreal, but I don't know. So please lead me from the unreal to the real. That is the meaning of the particular one. Asatoma sadgamaya. So beautiful. Okay. Then tamasoma jyotirgamaya. So when I say, ma means me. Okay. Jyoti means, like a light. So when I say light, this is a light. So I'm able to see. So without the light, I will not be able to see. Similarly here, there is one thing called Jyoti. So what is Jyoti? They say Atma Jyoti. Suppose if I don't have a Atma Jyoti within me, if I don't have the Atma Jyoti within me, see, I will not be able to transact. Similarly here, when I say Jyoti means the light. Now tamasaha means a kind of a ignorance. The direct meaning is tamasaha means darkness. But in this particular context, it is because of ignorance. See, I am ignorant with so many things. Lead me from the ignorance to the knowledge. Lead me from the darkness to the light. So the essence of this particular one is, see, lead me from the ignorance to the knowledge. Okay. Last one, I say mrityu. Mrityu means death. So amritam is a deathlessness. Now, for example, see, I was not there about 90 years back. Maybe after few decades, I will not be there. Okay, that is what you call the death. So that which is in all the 3 places, that means the past, the future and the present is the Sat. When I say Amritam, that which is all the 3 times, there is a past and the future and the present, is called the Amritam. That means lead me from the Mrityu to the Amritam. That means from the death to the deathlessness. That is immortality. Now, it is very difficult for us to understand at this particular context. Okay, what is all about this? Right? So you have to really reflect on this particular one. Now, over a period of time, you try to reflect on this particular one, and you will get a kind of a curiosity to understand what is the death and what is the immortality. Okay, most of us, we die when they are living. See, most of the people, they die when they are living. When I say immortality, that means even after the death, you are going to live. See, there are people who are dying and they are living. There are some people who are already dead, but they are living. This is what you call the immortality. That means, what is the essence of this particular one? Lead me, I am only asking you. I am asking myself, lead me from the unreal to the real. Lead me from the darkness to the light, or lead me from the ignorance to the knowledge. Lead me from the death to the deathlessness, which is the immortality. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. It's good. Now, I just want to have one request for all of you also. You are doing it every day. You have been doing it for so many decades. Okay, from now on, you try to understand the meaning of the particular the prayer and convert into the prayerfulness, and you will find a tremendous amount of change in yourself. You know why? Because you are trying to make a kind of a effort from the conscious level to the subconscious level. Now, once you get into the subconscious level, see, that means your pure water in the water tank will always be flowing in the same way. Okay. Now, with the complete summary, I would like to keep on listening to this particular one. Okay. And make sure that you are able to internalize. When I say internalize, that means knowledge must be available spontaneously. It must be your second nature. I am sure you are all very lucky. Okay, you have been doing it for so many years, but you are doing it in a kind of a compulsive way, in a very unconscious way. Now start doing consciously, so that over a period of time that you get into your subconscious, so that you will be great. I promise you that you will be great, but you have to put your effort. Okay, take care, all the best. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kachit Dukkha Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.